Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another episode
What's
of the
up?
Gin Juice Podcast. It's your boy Michael,
It's your boy Juice Jad.
and we're ready to get right into it. So first things we have for you guys, we want to talk a little bit about some UFC as usual, and then we'll
Yep.
get into some sick reaction videos. We got some funny stuff coming up for you guys.
That's right.
We're gonna start it off with UFC Fight Night Mexico. So we got Yair Rodriguez versus Jeremy the Heathen Stevens. Now this is gonna be an interesting fight. The Vegas has it complete toss up in terms of the way that they're putting the odds down. So in a fight that's definitely going to be a barn burner. For those of you who don't know yet, Yair Rodriguez is 11-2. He's obviously only 26 years old, turning 27 in October. He's faced most recently Chan Sung Jung in what was one of the most riddled knockouts we've ever seen. He had a spinning up elbow that just knocked out Chan Sung Jung at 4:59 of the fifth round. So that was literally a last-second knockout, and that was off the heels of a loss to Frankie Edgar. His first real major test facing the top echelon competition in terms of Jeremy Stevens. Now, obviously, with Jeremy Stevens, he's coming off of two losses to Jose Aldo and Zabit Magomed Sharipov, sorry. And
Nice job, man.
I got it. And then, I've noticed one thing with Jeremy Stevens: he only loses fights to bigger names, and that were all hot and highly contested, ranked when he had those losses. The names like Frankie Edgar come up, Charles Cowboy Oliveira, Cub Swanson, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Anthony Pettis. So there's a long laundry list of names where he's lost to the best, but at the same time, a record of 28-16. He's been around the block.
Yeah, like you said, and he faced everybody pretty much in their peak. So he's been no slouch, man. He's fought the best of the best, and I think he's a really tough guy. I do believe that he's getting better and better. So it's kind of like a fight of like a super experienced dude that's just tough and has a lot of power against like a younger dude that's just coming into his like prime at 27 years old. He's got quite a few more years, especially according to today's standards, people fight into their 40s.
Right.
So you never know when Yair's gonna call it quits. But he's got a lot of fights in front of him, and he's one of the most technical fighters out there.
He is.
He's one of the best kicks, most unpredictable, etc., etc. We saw that elbow that Mike mentioned about. So it's kind of like the new and hip and like future of MMA facing kind of like and I would say Steven's more of a more standard fighter.
Yeah.
If you look at his style, he's more of a just like walk forward, put pressure.
It's like a video game. If I were to grab the remote control and start spamming square and triangle or X and Y for those Xbox users, and just spamming the controller. I mean, he just comes forward brawling and looking. He basically has that Gaethje almost approach where it's like, I'm gonna get knocked out, or I'm gonna knock you out trying, right? So it's one of those crazy situations where you have a rare situation where you have an amazing counter striker in Yair Rodriguez facing off a pressure fighter, and we've seen what if he can handle the pressure of someone like the Korean Zombie, then what's he going to be able to do with Jeremy Stevens, who's where the reach advantage isn't going to be necessarily in the opponent's favor this time either. Yeah. I'm very interested to see what a dynamic striker like Yair Rodriguez can do against Jeremy Stevens here.
Yeah, me too. I think I have the advantage to Yair just based on just being younger and based on being so much more unpredictable. And I think Yair, even though he hasn't faced the same competition as Stevens, he has had a bit of a taste of higher competition as well. As we can see, he lost to Frankie Edgar. He did get mauled there, but I'm sure he got a very good learning experience out of it, how to face someone that's a lot better than him in wrestling and so forth. And all his other fights, he hasn't fought like the top of the top, but he's, I think, pretty much been great in all the other fights. So it's just really a matter of, can he take it to the next step? Is he ready for the next stage? Like you said, this is a coming out party for him in a way.
This is his graduation. If you want to get into be recognized as one of the best guys, yes, you had a loss to Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar's no walk in the park. You look at the guys who Frankie Edgar's lost to. The list is short, and the skill level is all
Max Holloway such a tough fight as well. Like,
so
to this day,
it's very difficult to this day. I actually just watched that meme yesterday. Deontay
That's
Wilder.
the best shit
It's the
ever.
best thing
It's
ever.
the best.
It was so funny.
Every time I hear to this day, I can't help myself. It
Oh,
just pops
I
up
can
in
just
my
pop,
head.
dude. I can't help myself either.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, Yair Rodriguez is the one guy in this fight where every single betting line has him at least in the underdog. I mean, in the favorite with the minus, but it's also a pick 'em for a couple of them. So Bet Online and Intertops has them at like a minus 115 each. Whereas when he is the favorite, it's such slim margins. Minus
Bless
130 to plus 100. And yeah, I mean, this is nothing to sneeze at. So
Nothing to sneeze at. Bless you. But yeah, man, I know I said Yair might have an advantage because of the technical whatever aspect. But then again, Stevens is so tough. We don't know. If we have to make a bit of a recommendation on what you guys need to bet on, I wouldn't really bet on Yair, to be honest, because you're not going to make money.
No.
He's the favorite already. And
try
I mean,
to find the biggest underdog rating
Right.
for Jeremy Stevens if you want to do
if
a
you
standalone
can,
bet.
yeah, if you can like predict the round or something like that. But other than that, I would say a good like overall bet would be to actually place on Jeremy Stevens because the fight is so close, and I think Jeremy Stevens definitely has the power to knock out and pressure Yair.
Right.
And it's just a matter of how are they actually gonna match up on the day of, and we're not gonna know that until that happens. So. I think that a good bet would be Jeremy Stevens. Don't go crazy, obviously. Like, don't bet your house, but
Right. No, 100%. I would definitely be conservative with it, and I'd throw something soft out there. But again, this is not a card that's laden with a bunch of fights that are easy to parlay or anything like that. Just taking a glance at the entire card, it's a bunch of people that are frankly people trying to make their names still, and there are a lot of them are just toss ups. Like no one's in the plus 200 underdog range, so you're not really going to be making any big money here. I would just stick with the fighters that I do know here and go with a Jeremy Stevens versus Yair Rodriguez. Now, if any of you in this comment section obviously see that there's an obvious mismatch, by all means chime in. I mean, we're not all knowing. If you guys find there's an obvious pick down there in the card, let us know in the comment section below.
yeah. So
All
that's
right.
that.
The rest of the card's kind of soft.
Yeah, very soft, man.
Coming off the heels of UFC Vancouver.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we're about to talk about some UFC Vancouver, so check us on the next video you're about to see.
that's right.
Check it out.